What is up, guys? Welcome to Black Family Time videos, and we're doing a segment called Real Talk with my boy Seiji. Seiji, say what's up,
Yo, what is up?
man. Got an interesting topic today. I find it very interesting. We got a lady from the real. I don't watch a whole lot of these TV shows.
Me
Um,
neither.
um, but I get why they're there. Some of them are entertaining to people, and I get it. But what's her name? Lauren? Is it Lauren Love?
Lonnie Love.
Lonnie Love basically goes into a little bit of a tangent, I believe, on why you know she believes all black men are unfaithful, and much respect to Love. She has her opinion, and but it's not the majority of all black men are considered unfaithful or unable to be with one person. Obviously, but been married 5 years, and I ain't looked at another woman like that, or even came across my mind to even cheat on my wife or anything like that, because I got a strong moral background, and I believe what's right and what's wrong, and that's obviously the wrong thing to do. But we're gonna go into the video a little bit and basically revisit what she said and try to decipher a little bit of why she feel that way. Let's go into it. Let's see.
But I do think that a lot of black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships. They think because they have money, because they have power, that they can treat women any kind of way.
Lonnie Love is saying things.
And that is something we need to work on. We need to work on that.
She's
That
definitely
money
saying
and
things.
power does not mean that you can just do whatever
I
you
think
want to
sadly
do.
in so many cultures that is the whole machismo thing, like that goes across the board. But I'm gonna
No,
say
it's not a. But I do think that a lot of black men, they really don't know how to have true, faithful relationships.
Okay. All right. So said she said she think a lot of black men don't know how to have faithful relationships with their significant other, or whatever. What do you think about that, Cindy?
See, now for a lot of the viewers out there and some that don't know, I normally champion for black women to get the appreciation, the love, and the respect that they deserved because of how valuable both they are in general when it comes to history, and how valuable they are as the core to a black family unit. Now, one of the main things that I normally tell people is that people need to uh, need to do a self-reflection and take on the responsibility. This is something that we even touched on in a previous video when we talked about accountability. And this, when it comes to Lonnie Love, she's not taking in the accountability of the fact that she is attracting these negative people into her life. And I say people due to the fact that she wanted to almost sort of kind of in a sense use a broad brush when in a sense generalizing black men, because she did not at one time in that conversation specifically name or point out the black men that she specifically dated and that were in her life causing her this hurt and this pain. Because in a few other segments prior to this video, she was agreeing with one of her other co-hosts where she was saying, oh, I'm independent, I don't need a man for this, I don't need a man for that, and this, that, and the third. And then in the very next segment, lo and behold, she's married to a white man. And I'm like, how does this work? And then on this video, turns around and she starts talking about, oh, black man this, black man that. And I told people before, if you want to go out here and you want to date outside of your race, fine, go ahead. You're grown, but there are ramifications that quite a few people, at least historically, have had to deal with when it comes to interracial interracial relationship. And then on top of that, if you want this so bad, just do it. You don't have to bring down either a black man or a black woman in order to prop yourself up and or your white significant other, just to say that, hey, I'm finally happy, this, that, and the third, they're better, than anybody else I ever dated. Like I said before, at the end of the day, the center of your universe is you. So if there's a problem in your universe and you're the center of it, you need to do some self-reflecting and figure some things out from there and fix your energy so that you can get the people in your life that you want, and push the negativity out.
Okay. Well, my chime in on it. Basically, going back to what she said, I'm not gonna go too far to say that that she's generalizing all black men. I wanna say that I don't think she's trying to generalize all black men, but the assumption she puts out there, the perception she puts out there, feeds into that stereotype that black men don't know how to be faithful. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And or that all black men basically, are out there always cheating on their wives, cheating on their girlfriends, all of that. And I want to be the first to say, as on a perspective of being a black man, that is completely untrue. And if she's feeding into that narrative based on her own personal experiences, and or whatever, then that's completely wrong to go about it. Because kid you not, story. My wife has this friend that, and I won't say her name, but basically, she has been in and out of relationships with people, they're with men that basically unavailable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we actually, I actually hooked her up with one of my good friends one time, and of course that relationship didn't last long either, and it taught me a good lesson about matchmaking, especially when it involves friends. To stay out of it. but basically, me and my wife actually sat down and was like, why can't this girl, find a successful relationship? You know what I'm saying? Or be in a successful relationship. When ultimately you just gotta break down the fact that maybe it's you. You know? Maybe it's something in you that you go for these black men or whoever, or you dating, that you like the availability, or you like a certain kind of level of intellect when it comes to picking your spouse or whatever like that. And and I think if you go in that route and everything, you take those liability risks. That, yeah, you, of course this guy's, he's a 3-time felon, or that he's gonna be doing something crazy. He's more likely to probably put his hands on you because he's tended to violent reactions, stuff like that.
Right.
And you put yourself in that situation, and you put if you got kids, you put them in that situation. So
Right.
that I more or less going on with what Seiji said. Of course, there's got to be some kind of accountability. I know if I'm gonna say this. Usually for men, and I may, and stop me if I'm wrong, but usually for men, they're 9 times out of 10, they don't drag stuff out like women do. Like, if a man knows what his who his wife is gonna be, usually within the first few days of whether them dating, he knows more or less who he wants to spend the rest of his life with, Women,
Right.
it takes like, months or, years or whatever like that, and you got to fill it out. Men typically don't drag it out like that. Not saying that, he might not express it right away, but, there's ways about it.
Right.
But definitely, going to the whole fact that, if you got a problem with a black man or whatever like that, and these patterns, you create a pattern basically, why you got to start looking into yourself. You know what I'm saying? Looking into why, you know, I can't seem to find a man to be faithful, or why I can't seem to, keep a guy to stay here, and or why did I keep, having kids with all these men that are unavailable, or men that are not successful or trying to be successful in society. Like, of course, I get it, we set ourselves up, especially in media, that black women want a certain kind of person. They want like some Doris Kojo type dude, or like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I get it. That's all. Like TV and how people project what beauty is, and that's fine. But like, what you go and find in life doesn't necessarily mean that there's people diamond in the roughs. My wife was I found my wife in a situation, and not saying that it was a good or bad situation, but I saw the potential, diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? That and taking that pressure for how to make diamonds. If anybody knows how to make diamonds, diamonds come from like sand and rock. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it takes work to make a diamond. Like, the earth literally has to work to make a diamond. It takes pressure, heat, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to forge a diamond. And you guys, the women just gonna have to put out, basically put out work. And I'm not trying to shame all black women in this conversation. This is exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't find a good man or something like that, then obviously you got to break down the assessment of what you believe is a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I pretty much got to say about that. You got anything else you want to say about it?
Yeah, I got a couple. Now, to touch on the whole thing about finding a person, in order to find somebody, you have to end up finding yourself first. Because it's impossible for you to be in a relationship and to love somebody else when you don't even know how to love yourself first. Exactly. So if you lack confidence, if you lack self-love and knowledge of self, you're going to have individuals out there who are going to gravitate towards you because they understand the things that you lack, so that they're going to come in and try to fill that in with BS, so that they can siphon whatever they see in you out and then leave you every single time. So then that's just going to put your self-esteem and your amount of trust and this, that, and the third, lower and lower and lower. Mm. And then the other thing I want to mention is the fact of, maybe a lot of people, for example, Loni Love, all of the interactions that, she's had, every single time she's had a negative interaction, she's carried that to the next black male that she interacted with so very easily, because she ended up being jaded and hurt. She, I guess you could say, unintentionally carried and pushed all of that weight to the next guy, along with any of the anger and the resentment. So she's treating this white guy in a sense like a king, because she doesn't have any interactions really with white guys. So all of that weight, all of that anger, all of that anxiousness, and things like that, it's not going to carry over to a brand new board. So she has to basically start from the bottom.
And it's not fair to the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, she's with this white guy, it's happy, it's all, sunshine and daisies. But like I said before, this is because she's dealing with a whole brand new type of guy versus dealing with a black guy. She's 100% just starting from the bottom and giving him a chance and not, pushing all of that weight on. So, people just gotta do a lot of self-reflection and work, and evolving,
I, I agree with that. We all and needless to say, now we're not just picking on Lonnie Love. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
um, because I do respect her opinion, and that's her opinion. Of course, I got a phone call, but that's her opinion. We're gonna go ahead and end the conversation just a little bit. You guys drop some comments below. Tell me what you think about the situation. Please chime in, because we would definitely like to revisit this whenever
Yep.
we get enough to talk about on it.
100%.
And you guys' input is necessary for that. And also, just a small little thank you out there, guys. I appreciate all the positive feedback from the last two videos. I know the first video, if you guys were watching, the music was a little loud on there. I'm not gonna put no music on there no more. I'm not gonna put no music on there no more. If I am, I'm gonna probably turn it down way low. I did hear you guys' feedback, and I appreciate it. And guys, we want to keep doing this. If you guys can show all the support, we would greatly appreciate it. And my name is Brandon, of course, and you talking with Seiji Hito, and we'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
Peace.